Welcome back for another video. In this one we're going to take a look at my Oliver Nelson, The Blues and the Abstract Truth album collection here. We'll start with the CD. The other version is the recent Acoustic Sounds remaster done by Ryan K. Smith, which is excellent. I'll talk about that here momentarily. So, as you can see, the cover is different on this version, and it's a late first to early second pressing cover that they used on the CD, and they also used it on the vinyl as well. Back in the day, way back then. I like this cover. So you get original photography here. The first track is one of the best on this album, I think, and this is the 2007 Verve music group UMG CD remaster here, which sounds fantastic. There's nothing wrong with this at all. If this is the only copy you get, hey, that sounds pretty darn good for the money that you're going to spend on this, which it is inexpensive. I believe it's still in print, available online. I don't have the disc in there at the moment. Where is it? Mastered by Ellen Fitton at Universal Mastering Studios East. So that's over probably in New York, I would assume. The original essay here is very hard to read. I'm going to need a magnifying glass to read that. I can barely read it through the viewfinder here. But yeah, Stolen Moments, one of the best slow tracks that I can think of. It's up there. This album is probably, that track alone is up there with like kind of Blue and Blue Train and the other well-known jazz albums of the time. This was released in 1961 on Impulse at 33 RPMs, of course. Hoedown, that's the track that just seems out of place on this album. It's interesting, but yeah, it's just kind of strange on a jazz album, because it does sound like something you would hear excuse me, in a bar. And I'm not trying to put down the track or anybody. Produced by Creed Taylor. Interesting. I actually might go to their website and see what they have, other versions, CDs they have available. I have about 3 or 4 in this Digipack remaster campaign, which these look great. I like these. They're simple. No booklet, which is fine. You know, so that's something you don't have to worry about losing or bending or anything. So the personnel on here is Oliver Nelson at the alto and tenor sax, Eric Dolphy, alto, tenor sax, and flute, Freddie Hubbard on trumpet, George Barrow on baritone saxophone, Bill Evans on the piano, Paul Chambers on bass, and Roy Hayes at the drums. This is a must-have if you're into jazz. If you're just getting into it, this would not be a bad place to start, along with Blue Train and kind of Blue and John Coltrane ballads. That's a great starter kit, and I'll make a video on that very subject here soon. That's another one to do. So, on to the record. This is the cover they used for the first pressing of this album, or the first edition. So this is the Acoustic Sounds audiophile vinyl reissue of the album, manufactured at Quality Record Pressings, QRP, on 180 gram vinyl at 33 RPMs, remastered from the original 3-track analog master tape. Unfortunately, my copy has some pops on the first track, which was kind of a disappointment, but I'm going to clean the record. Nice glossy stout and tip-on jacket here. Love this cover, and this is beautiful. So it's gatefold. Very just clear picture here. I'm sure they went back to the original photo elements to grab those photos and touch them up. Original album tracks here, just like the CD. This essay I can read. Yeah, this is the original essay that came on the original one. The back, which does not, oh no, this one doesn't have the track listing on it, interestingly enough. But this is your typical backing to the original Impulses and these remasters. They just recreate the original. Except this is different here, this information. Don't know if it'll focus. There we go. So this is put out in 2021. And a QRP sleeve, or one that's similar to the original MoFi's. I'm not going to take it out because it just needs to be cleaned. There's the original Impulse label. So that is the collection. I do thank you very much for watching and subscribing.